From VTV Channel 6 studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Local Point once again, brought to you by Ashley Regional Medical Center. I'm David Gale, filling in for Chris Piner today. Joining me in the studio, we have Stephen Sandow and Ben Flake from the White House Academy. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today. I got to be honest, I don't know what the White House Academy is. So who can tell me what it sounds like? A school. Am I going in the right direction with this? What is the White House Academy?
Well, it is a school. We're really excited to have it here. It's a school that has an LDS-based curriculum,
Okay.
Private school, similar to the Christian Academy, which is here in town, well known.
Sure.
So, and it's up and running. It's been, a year and a half, 2 years in the process before we let the word out, and then we let it out, and that was a couple of months ago, and it's up and going strong.
And so this is your first full school year with curriculum and everything. What age group do you cater to?
Well, it is our first. We did have a pilot program last year.
Okay.
But now it's full-fledged, and it's going K through 8.
Okay.
So.
And so they come and they have regular curriculum courses, but just with an LDS background to it, or they're LDS-based courses as well? No,
we call it the core curriculum.
Okay.
The standard subjects, but what we want is whole truth learning.
Okay.
And with schools, Vernal Christian Academy, they teach it as they believe this is the whole truth. When you get into a public sphere, you're limited in several areas on what you can portray, what you can teach.
In a public setting.
There's such a big deal about being politically correct and all that
Okay.
It kind of limits what you can teach.
Okay, so this is a private school, again.
Definitely private.
K through 8. And coming up here pretty soon, there's an event that the White House is sponsoring. What's the event coming up?
Actually producing. We're just
you're
doing
producing it. You're creating it.
We're creating it ourselves. The kids are, the teachers
Okay.
are. A Veterans Day program on Friday, November 9th.
Okay.
So we're excited about that. The kids have been working hard, getting little skits together and getting some choral numbers together. So, we're just trying to have an opportunity to honor the veterans in the community. So.
And that would be the purpose of the event, is to honor local veterans.
That's one purpose.
Okay.
Another purpose is, when I was a kid in school, we used to do patriotic programs,
Yeah.
but in public schools, that's kind of a no-no now. So again, in the private realm here, as the name connotes, White House Academy, we're very heavily based in teaching the kids something about the country, something about the Constitution, something about those veterans who sacrificed so much to, secure our freedoms.
And why do you think that's important?
Well, I don't know why anyone wouldn't know why it's important, but the rising generation, I think, doesn't see that. In fact, even my generation, if you haven't been involved in a generation that's had to fight in a conflict or a war, you start to lose some of that appreciation. So I think it's important that we remember history.
Yeah.
Important that we remember those who sacrificed so much for us.
And so the kids, maybe as part of an assignment, have been putting together some different things on this date. So Friday, the 9th of November, where is it being held?
The old city council building, in the old council room, right across from the new building.
Right.
So.
And is it an all-day thing?
No, it's just a short program. It'll begin at 2:15.
Okay.
So public's invited if they want to come and enjoy that, especially the veterans. We want a lot of veterans there to enjoy the presentation. I think they'll enjoy the opportunity to see the children, honor them and talk about the flag, talk about the Constitution, talk about some things that are important.
Yeah. In fact, I understand we had been talking a little bit earlier that you hope to have representatives from all four of the all branches of the military.
Yes.
There. Well, that would be
Yes.
great. We live in a time, where we are at war, and sometimes that's forgotten. and you could probably go out on the street and talk to people and even ask them where are our soldiers right now, and a lot probably wouldn't even know. So an opportunity to teach the kids. Tell me what are some of you say that there's going to be some skits, some choral numbers, anything specific that you're gearing towards?
It seems to me like a lot of the music and a lot of the preparation is going to be right around the American flag. Mm-hmm. But again, it is Veterans Day, so there'll be a lot of mention about how our freedoms were won, how they maintained. So past veterans and present veterans as well.
Very nice. Okay, well, we've got more to talk about, so stay with us. We're going to be right back after this message. We'll hit Stephen and Ben to find out more about this Veterans Day program. But first, here's a message from our sponsor, Ashley Regional Medical Center. We'll be right back.
If you need an MRI, CT, or nuclear medicine study, here are some things that you should know. Ashley Regional Medical Center has the most advanced technology available in rural Utah. The radiologist at Ashley Regional has 2 board certifications in the field of radiology, including nuclear medicine. The technologists at Ashley Regional are skilled, friendly, and informative in meeting your needs. From X-rays to CTs, Ashley Regional is northeastern Utah's choice for quality radiology services.
Hey there, everyone, and welcome back to Local Point. I'm David Gale, once again in for Chris Piner. Joining me in the studio, Stephen Sandow and Ben Flake. Once again from the White House Academy. And as we were sitting in the break, I thought to myself, the White House Academy, I mean, it's a very iconical structure in American politics and heritage. Why the White House? Why was that chosen as the name for the Academy?
Well, I think it just fit. It wasn't. There wasn't any subliminal meaning behind it. It just
Sure.
fit. It is a building that we look to and revere. The office of the president is an office that we revere. So
Yeah, that's an important one.
But White House Academy here, local, is actually a satellite school from American Heritage School, which is in American Fork.
Okay.
And it's been going for 40 years. It's an old time school. It's a beautiful school they have out there. The waiting list is very long. They're continually expanding.
Yeah.
And they want to branch out. So we've begun this satellite school out here.
Okay.
Which basically means we want to follow the pattern that they set. We're not affiliated in the fact that there's no money. Our leadership is local.
Okay.
But we do follow the curriculum, the protocol that they follow.
Is there any communication between the two schools? Was there like a setup where you guys went and talked? Okay.
Training is big. We have those that are experienced come out here, and they have been very good to do that. The president, the principal there, all of them, and they invite us to go to their school and participate, and our teachers to participate in the training out there, and it's been wonderful.
Do you know if there's any other satellite schools like the Vernal one that have come from? You said it's called American Heritage.
They have tried it in a couple of different areas, and I'm not sure how well those are going or if they backed off. We had strong desires here and said this is what we want to do and pursued it.
And generally speaking, how's it going so far?
I think it's been really good. We have seen miracles, absolutely. And as a brand new school, there are definitely some struggles.
Yeah.
But as a whole, it's going, and that in and of itself is wonderful. There's 80 plus students, which is a great number, and it's increasing all the time. So I think personally, I feel it's going wonderful.
That's great. And do you, being members of the board, do you get to see the day-to-day, or are you more in the administrative side of things? I mean, I have some questions about the kids themselves, and I didn't know if I should ask you or not.
Some of us on the board also do a little bit of teaching.
Okay.
I'm the choir director, or
Very
whatever
nice.
you want to call that. And there's some others who are doing some English classes and a little bit of help with math. So, yeah, we have a lot of hands-on with the students, and that's kind of a neat thing to be able to be involved on both sides, to do the administration part, which is needful, but to get in there and be with the kids, that's the fun part.
So, I mean, the whole reason why we're talking about all this, of course, is because of this Veterans Day program that you have coming up on November 9th at 2:15 at the old City Hall building. Vernal City offices, across the street from the new Vernal City offices.
Yes.
And you guys have put some time into having the kids prepare stuff for this program. So maybe again we could talk about just some of the activities or the program itself, I guess is what I'm saying. What's going to happen? Well,
there'll be some from each different class group. They're going to be able to do some little skits, some readings from some of the founding fathers, from some of the history of Veterans Day. Going to have some patriotic songs throughout. Again, Brad Anderson's going to show up and do a little bit of speaking on the veterans. We're going to honor the veterans while they're there. So it's just a whole celebration, a program around Veterans Day and honoring those who have sacrificed so much.
And how long have the kids been working on this?
You know, ever since we started school, we've had this in mind. So when school started in the fall, beginning of the fall, we've been working on it 2 or 3 months. So they're excited.
Have you seen a change at all in the kids? Have you seen them as they've learned a little bit about our country, about the veterans? You know, I don't know that necessarily you have to see a change, but I'm just curious to see from a kid's point of view, as they're being taught this, what happens?
You know, I don't think you can't help but be changed a little bit when you start talking about the veterans and sing some of these patriotic songs that have, you know, the lyrics and the text in there. If we really listen to them, were written, inspired writings. And so as we practice the songs, as they start learning about the real history about our country and about the flag, those things are important to them. You can see it in their eyes. So.
Yeah, that's great. And again, so November 9th, 2:15, anybody can come? Is it open to the public?
It is.
Certainly.
Wouldn't it be great if they just filled the room?
Yes.
And overflowing, because we should have some veterans there as well. What a better way to honor them with some music and some words, you know, about what they've done for us.
Yes.
We all, whether you believe it or not, we're all benefiting from freedom.
That's right.
All right. Thank you very much, and thank you once again for joining us here on Local Point VTV. We'll see you next time.